Today is Yom HaShoah, or Holocaust Remembrance Day, and as someone who is named after two Holocaust survivors with each incredible stories, as well as being the granddaughter of a surviving Holocaust survivor, I would be doing a disservice to somebody by not talking about today. Two of my great-grandmothers died 6 months before I was born, both of them being Holocaust survivors, so it was kind of like my name was made for me by them. They were both extremely strong and resilient women with absolutely unbelievable stories in both good and bad ways, and I do everything because I want to make good of their names and spread their stories. So I'll be doing a little bit of that today. My Hebrew name is Devorah Sarah, Devorah being my mother's grandmother and Sarah being my father's grandmother. Before the war, Devorah had a full family. She had a husband, I think she had 3 kids, she had sisters, brothers, parents, but during the war, her entire family, her children, her husband were shot in front of her, and she herself was shot and left for dead in the pit of her family. But she wasn't dead, and she was able to escape completely. Sarah had to escape from her hometown and her family. She had to separate from her husband and just leave her whole life behind with a toddler and being pregnant. She had to run around with her child and her sister with no home base and be conscious of where a hospital was so she would be able to safely give birth to her next child. She ended up giving birth in a small hospital without any drugs or any painkillers because she couldn't afford to risk the fact that she would tell someone that she was Jewish because she didn't know what would happen to her and her family. Immediately after giving birth, it was back to running from place to place with a toddler and an infant. Miraculously, after the war, she was able to find her husband and the remnants of her family and move to America. That child that was had during the war was my bubby, and she moved to America when she was 3 years old, I think. After the war, Devorah didn't have the comfort of having any family left to lean back on, but she did meet my great-grandfather in a DP camp, a displaced persons camp, and that is where they had my grandfather. Though I didn't know them, I will always be in awe of these women and only hope that I can live up to the standards that having their name has given me. Those are only minor fractions of each of their stories, and I'm proud that I'm able to live on as a proud Jew and be able to tell their stories.